Hi, I'm Chris, this is Miller Plays. It's time for another rebuild challenge. Only this time we're going to take on Lollujo's Talent Exodus Challenge. We call it 75% because a lot of it is based on 75%. So briefly, we basically have three rules and they all kick in season 2. So rule 1 is you've got to sell your top 3 players based on average rating that have played at least 15 games. So top 3 players must sell in that summer transfer window after the season is completed. The second rule is your transfer budget is based on player sales. So any player you sell, you only get 75% to reinvest. So we may have a £100 million budget, but that's all ignored. It's based on the player sales. So if we sell £100 million worth of players, we can spend £75 million on new players. Thirdly, your maximum spend is based on the highest sale. So you sell a player for 70 million, you only get 75% of that. So whatever that is, 3/4 of that is the maximum you can spend. So even if you've got player sales of £500,000 and your top player was sold for 70 million, and it means you've only got 40 something million to spend on individual players. So it is very much hands tied. All those rules kick into the second season. So the first season, you build a base. And then going forward, the challenge is completed when you've won the Premier League, you've won the Champions League, and you've qualified for Europe in 5 consecutive seasons. So who are we going to manage? It can't be a top team. So I'm just going mid-table teams. I've taken Brighton out because I don't want to use Brighton in this. And we're now going to spin a wheel to see exactly who we're going to get. So the question is, which team are we going to choose? And I was like, I don't know. So there's only one way to do it. Let a wheel do it. And we'll see exactly who we're going to get. It's going to be Brentford. Look. There we go. Our chosen side is Brentford. Rightio. So here it is. Brentford are set to appoint Chris Scott. A new dawn is set to arrive at the G-Tech Community Stadium with Brentford set to name Chris Scott as their new manager. The English boss is expected to focus heavily on youth development and developing talent that will help them realise their potential. You better believe it. We're going to have huge piles of cash at the end of all this. And now we just need to save all that and get on. And here's the squad then. It's reasonable. We've got Shade, Jensen, Damsgaard, Henderson still. Well, Henderson's there. Kelleher as the keeper. So we've got something to build on. We can see that Reece Nelson is in on loan. So nothing to worry about there. He's not going to be sold, so he can come in. It does mean if he's one of our 3 best players, it means we've got to have a 4th best player. It's our 3 best players that belong to us that we have to sell. So, yeah. We've got a number of players that are not treated as a foreign player. They've got settled status. So Sepp Vandenberg and Jensen. So there is a couple of players that are wanted. Aaron Hickey and AC Milan are after Aja. So we might be able to get some cash in early. This first season's a free hit. So if we actually look at what the club has, a bank balance of 49 million, a transfer budget of 55. We've got 160 grand a week available to us. So that's all good. I can go mad, bring in players. What's our actual debt? So we can see there's a transfer debt owing of almost just over 16.5 million. And there is a net debt of 65 million at the club. That really doesn't affect us because we are going to just be rolling in money at the end of this. But the key thing here is setting ourselves up with some key players that are going to be hugely sellable assets that we're going to make lots of money with. So it's thinking ahead and fingers crossed. Because it's a rebuild, I'm not playing the games. It's going to be, what does my assistant manager think of the squad, and who's going to play? As that, Jordan Henderson's great, but he's 35 and we're not going to get any money for him. So we've really got to think ahead and think, right, Matthias Jensen, for instance. Yes, he's of that age. He's on a short contract. I have actually triggered his extension, so he'll be around for another year. But there's that, and we've got to think of our formation. So someone like Anthony Malambo, an attacking midfielder, is his best position. So attacking midfielder, we've got Damsgaard who can do that as well. Damsgaard likes to play that role. So it might be that Damsgaard has that role initially. We've certainly got two defensive midfielders in Jensen and Henderson. It's going to be a 4-2-3-1, isn't it? We haven't got a striker of any note there. We know Thiago, in real life, is quite the striker. He's a 3-star guy here. We'll see what happens. Right, I'm going to do a bit of transfer business, see who we bring in. Again, I've got free reign this first season. And then we'll sim the season. I'll show you what happens. We'll sim the season. And then as soon as the season ends, the challenge effectively begins. So, yeah, I'll get things set up. I'll do a few transfers, and we'll see you before the season kicks off. Okay, my first freebie window is done. We have done a little bit of business here and there. We obviously had that 55 million. That was increased when we got rid of somebody somewhere. No, Norgard wasn't us. We sold it. Ewan Morgan. Keane Lewis Potter. That's it. He went out on loan with a mandatory sale. So he's joining Brighton. The total deal is about 25 million. So we got some money now, and we obviously get a lump sum next year, which means nothing to me. I can't do anything with it. The club had previously gone out and signed some freebies. They spent 750,000 on Theo Mawani, a absolute garbage right winger. They've got Reece Nelson in on loan. Signed Coyote, which is a good bit of business. Kelleher, who is now fractured his leg, so he's out for a little while. Django Awatra has signed from Bournemouth. And then my signings. We've signed Quintin Timber, a £27 million deal. He signed from Feyenoord. He's a defensive midfielder. He can play defence, but we've basically signed him for the defensive midfield role. And fingers crossed, that's going to be a good signing. We've signed Ricardo Pepi. He's a 22-year-old American. We can't hold that against him, but he doesn't look too bad. He has also come in from Holland, the Netherlands, PSV. So he came in on a £23 million deal. And we also signed Ronnie Edwards, a young English centre-back who has got a fair amount of potential. So just splash the cash, see if something hits. So they're the three players I've brought in. We currently have 370,000 in the transfer budget, and we're a little bit over the wage budget, but there are some ongoing transfers. Onyeka should leave on the 18th. His work permit is due, and he should go to Copenhagen for the season. So we get half of his wages off the books. So he's on 38, so that's 19 grand. And then Paris Makoma, he's currently on 12.5 grand. We should get $1 million for him should he sign, and we are paying 1.2 of his 12.5 grand wages as and when he does leave. Fingers crossed he does. So with those two out the door, that'll bring us under the wage budget, and we'll all be hunky-dory and all that. So we'll have a quick peek at what the media and the bookies think about us. We obviously know that they are in tune. So the media think 13th, bookies at 300 to 1. I'm living in cloud cuckoo land. I think anyone is going to be any close to any of those positions. But it's nice to see what the game thinks as the Dream 11. First up, Reece James, Van Dijk, Saliba and Nathan Ake with Alisson in goal. Silva, Rice, Fernandes and Matoma. Isaac and Haaland as the two strikers. Salah, who is a key player but doesn't get in that 11. Likewise, Saka. So some interesting decisions made by the media Dream 11. Right, I'm now going to go off, sim the season. I might actually come back in January just to see if we've got any spare cash. If we have, I might blow that as well. And otherwise, we'll catch it at the end of the season when things actually kick off. We'll have a transfer budget that club give us, which doesn't mean anything. We're not spending that at all. It's only player sales. We will have to sell our 3 best players. So on average rating, the 3 best players will have to go, and then we can only spend 75% of transfer income's maximum of the 75% of the maximum sale. So yeah, let's get the season simulated. Okay, we're back. The season is done. We are finished mid-table. Bottom half, 11th. Probably due to this dramatic fall-off at the end of the season. 3-0 defeat to Liverpool, 3-1 to Man City, 1-0 at home against West Ham. That's particularly disappointing. So Arsenal won the league, Liverpool second, Man City third, Man United fourth, and then the bit that doesn't really compute is Spurs up in fifth. Hi. Well, oh, that was the wins, wasn't it? That is actually fixed now, is it? Oh, we can see a lot of our 7-2 defeat to Man City, 5-2 to... Oh, there's some horrible ones there. Did we have some nice big wins? 5-1 at Wolves. Okay. Yeah. Right, let's catch up with recruitment first of all, because there was a little bit of transfer dealings in January. So that's what we want. Right. From January then, so Ethan Pinnock joined Lons for 10.25 million. Miles Peart-Harris went to Norwich for 2.1. Sanderberg, Man United came in and have bought him for 35 million. It's going to go up to about 42.5, but 35 is the headline figure. And then some players went out on loan. And because of that, we brought in a few players. So Fabio Sharodia, a centre-back, come in from Mönchengladbach, and we let him back out on loan. Chadi Riyad was the replacement defender, so he's come in. He was 5 stars, or 4.5 star, so he's dropped down a little bit there. And then Freddie Potts as well, somebody who's got 4 stars of potential. So brought him in based on that, really. 24 million and 27 of those last 2 deals. So all in all, we're £1 over budget. There is a reason for that. We'll go future. We have Joan Gadou coming in for 15.5 million. So I now need to make sure we sell somebody for, is that 22 million, something like that? No, it's probably not even that much. So I just won the kid, the next gen list, 15.5 million. It's like, I'm going to snap him up now, and then when we do all the transfer business, we will incorporate that we've spent 15.5 million there. And on the transfer business, we obviously have to now lose our 3 best players. Those 3 best players with a 7.08 is Thiago. He is wanted. He scored 16 goals. He's wanted by Ipswich. That says a lot, but he must go. Next one. This one pains me. He got an ACL injury. He's out for 2 to 5 months. So this could be a difficult sell. So Michael Chiodi has to go. How much did they buy him for? 13.5 million. Oh, I'm not sure when we're going to be able to sell him, but he must go. Reece Nelson was our 3rd best, but he's on loan. So, no, it's Timber. Oh, how disappointing. He's come in, he's played well, he's got so much better, and he must go. £42 million. Oh, that pains me. I might not. Can we just ask the agent? It's 42 million. There we go. He is going for 42 million. So we know we're getting to get an offer for 42 million. So that is 30, just over 30 million, 30.5 million. So that's our maximum purchase, unless we sell anyone for more than that. So there might be offers for other players, but they're the 3 players we have to get rid of. Coyote, we're not going to get anywhere near that. It might be a case of he will be sold in the winter transfer window. It does break the rules, but he has an ACL injury and he's going to be out for a period of time that probably will cover the summer transfer window. So I don't envisage him going. So that's not my fault. I am completely out of control on that one, and we'll just see what happens with Thiago. Oh dear. Right, we'll see what happens now with the other players in the squad. We might be selling Damsgaard. He's only at 27 to 30 million mark, so that's not ideal. Hickey, there's teams interested in Hickey. Chelsea want Hickey. Again, he's not of high value. Carvalho wants him. Ipswich. I'm guessing Ipswich must have got promoted. Rico Henry is wanted by Al Ali. That's an interesting one. Why has he got no value? Right. I now need to sell some players, work out how much budget I'm going to have, and then bring some players in, minus the 15.5 million I've already spent on a centre-back, because I knew somebody was going, and I was expecting it to be Collins because we turned down an offer for him in the January window. So, yeah, okay, we'll see what happens. We'll see you at the end of the summer. Our summer transfers have been done. I wouldn't say completed, but we complete as far as we can at the moment. And yeah, the media have us as 12th favourites, 351 with the bookies. I'm clicking down here, but it's Arsenal with a little bit of Liverpool thrown in. Right, on to our transfers then. And this is where it gets fun. So we obviously completed the transfer of Joan Gadou on the 16th of June. We did let somebody else go. So we were already 15.5 million in the red, effectively, for our budgeting. But we have sold £125 million worth of players. So King Lewis Potter was a loan that effectively happened last year, so not really counting the 16 million. So that's 16 million the club's just got. Quintin Timber was sold for 42.5 million. So that meant we had 31,875,000 as the maximum amount we could spend on a player. We then let a couple of players leave on freeze. Theo Mawani has gone for 425,000. There's actually 525,000. Was the actual figure that was on the email. Rico Henry has gone for 24 million. There's 6 million appearances, so we're just going to count that as 24 million. That gave us 18 million. Then we've got Matthias Jensen for 6.75, which gave us just over 5 million. Janelt has gone out to Levante on loan. That's given us 1.150 million, or 862,000 into our transfer kitty. Ryan Javette left for 275, or 206,250 pounds. Thiago's in there as well. We sold him for 26 million. So that 26 million meant we got 19.5 million added to our 75%. So all in all, we sold 400,000 pounds worth of players. That included the 2 loans. That equated to 77,550,000 in the 75%. So we were allowed to spend up to 77.5 million. We have spent a total of, it says 53 there, it's actually 68 because of the 15.5 million. So we brought in 2 freebies in Valentin Carboni and Yusuf Demir. Didn't cost us a penny, so that's great. Josh Doig came in as a left back, 8.5 million. He's Scottish, he's an advanced left back, can play normal left back as well. We've then signed Sterigu, who is a right back. So we've got Hickey, and obviously at some point Coyote is going to come back, but we have to sell him. We've had no offer for him whatsoever. He's still 2 months away from being fit. We've signed Omar Campos as a left back. So another left back. The squad were a bit unhappy with the rumours that we might be selling Henry, so we signed those 2. And the rumours, all the unhappiness dropped straight away. Yao Gomez has come in. He's basically our replacement for Timber. Wolves got relegated. They wanted 29.5 million for him. I didn't want to spend that on him. I wanted to buy Andre, but he was going to cost even more, and that would have meant it would have been over the 31,875,000 maximum we could spend on a player. So Yao Gomez came in for 29.5 million. And then we've signed Igor Matanovic, a striker. So a backup striker because Thiago's left. So we signed him for 2.6 million. So all in all, we've spent 68,400,000. We have 9.15 million left in the transfer budget that we can use in January with whatever players we sell. So I'm expecting Coyote to be fit by then, and hopefully we'll be able to sell him by then. So because he was ACL out for five months, which took it over the summer period, he was never going to go. So that is the only reason he's still here. And we're bringing him back to fitness and sell him in January. Right, I'm now going to sim the season. We'll see how we get on, and we'll see you at the end of the season. And the season is now done, so we'll get straight into recruitment because everyone likes a bit of recruitment, and there was a little bit of transfer activity happening. If we can get it in the right order, let's go the other way. And Michael Cody, he came fit. I tried to offer him out. Nobody wanted him. So he joined Fiorentina on a loan deal. So we made 700,000 for that. I've not put that in the books. So, sorry, I have put that in the books, but I didn't spend the money, so it doesn't really matter. Magoma went out on loan. Chiroda, Stevenson, Yamalak, and Gorna Duath all went out on loan as well. There was no other transfer. Oh, Istor and Donovan. Vladimarson was sold. Backup goalkeeper Vladimarson was sold as well, sorry. So there was a little bit of a transfer window done with mainly getting loans out. And the one thing that did happen was Aya was sold on the 7th of September. So a Saudi bid came in for him. We sold him for 23 million. And we've basically replaced him with Ben Nelson. He is a English centre-back. We signed him from Leicester. He's quite reasonable. Got bags of potential. Gilberto Mora was also signed in that window. He is a left-winger attacking midfielder. He's quite good. 4 stars of potential. He's 18. So he could become trained at club if he survives that long. We'll see. And then we needed a backup goalkeeper. So we signed Dylan Moody. He's 18. He's English. He's now 19. He's English. So we brought him in just because of that. So Aya was sold for 23, so that gave us 17.25 million. We spent 13.25 on Nelson, 6.75 on Mora, 4.8 million on Moody, and all in all, we spent 93,200,000. We brought in 127 million. 75% mark of that was 95,343,000. £750, and we left in the transfer budget £2,143,750. So 725,000 was Coyote, of which 543,750 would have been available to us, but we didn't spend it, so it's irrelevant. So the finances all good. I was very, like I say, I was very close to signing that Andre until I realised, he's going to cost 36 million. I'm only allowed to spend 31,875,000. Phew. Right, on to the important stuff. The FA Cup, for instance, it's Man United versus Liverpool in the final, but nobody cares about that. They want to know the semi-final. No, they don't want to know the semi-final. They want to know the quarter-final. They do want to know the quarter-final where we lost to Man City. So we had a little bit of a run there. We beat Sunderland 1-0 in the 5th round. In the 4th round, though, we bested Newport 5-1 of League 2. In the 3rd round, we had Carlisle of the National League, and we beat them 4-0. So we had a couple of nice draws, and then we played Sunderland and Man City. Carabao Cup, we were knocked out in the 4th round by Arsenal. Man United beat Man City in that. I don't really want to go through the rest of that. And in the league, we have finished 3rd. How about that? So Champions League for us. And let's have a look who did what. So we'll go into selections and we'll have a quick peek at who did what. So Pepe got 18 goals, 2 assists. Shade with his 14 goals, 10 assists. Dango Oatra with his 9 goals, 16 assists. Carboni got 5 goals, 13 assists. But more importantly, who are our 3 top players? They are Konak. No, because he only played 8 games. They are Carboni. They are Gadu. And Dango Oatra with a 7.10. So that meant Shade and Riyadh were saved. So Yuan Gado, the man we picked up for 15.5 million off the next gen list, now needs to be sold. Also, part of this rules mean he's sold, he's gone forever. We can't sign him again, even if he's transfer listed, anything like that in the future. He is gone. He's dead to us. 40 million, though. We don't mind that so much. Right, Carboni. We picked him up on a free transfer. He's played very well for us. He needs to go. Are we going to get about 30 million? We might just do that. And then the last player was our friend here, Dango Oatra, who was just coming into life. So as a club, we spent 39 million on him from Bournemouth. Are we going to get our money back? I suspect we will. He's not going to like it, but this is going to... I'm not going to put him on the list just yet. I'm going to wait until June ticks over, but I will be offering him out. And then obviously we've still got to sell Coyote, who is now fit. He's devastated with his playing time. So he played 16 games for us. He got 6.85 in his comeback from his ACL injury. And as soon as he turns back up with us, he's on the list, and we'll see what happens. Yeah. We'll also see what else is going to happen, because Fiorentina, after Freddie Potts, who has jumped up dramatically, he's had some game time this year and he's looking quite a decent defensive midfielder. Yao Gomez has come in, doesn't look too bad. He's done quite well, but I don't really want to sell him. We don't need to. And then we've obviously got Kelleher, who is wanted by Nottingham Forest of the Championship. So I don't think we'll be selling to Forest. We do have a few players out on loan. We might be able to sell some of those. We'll see. But that's the state of affairs at the moment. I am now going to spend the summer getting rid of 4 players this year, because we've still got Coyote, along with our 3 of Carboni, Gadu, and Awatra. Oh, this is going to be tough. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's the 7th of August and it's been tough. It really has. We obviously had to get rid of Awatra, Gadu, Carboni, and last season's holdout, Coyote. So they were the 4 players that we had to get rid of. And then we've got others that can be gotten rid of. And we've done a little bit of business. So we'll go straight into how the bookies and the media think we're going to do this year. Into media predictions. They have us as high as 11th now, and it's 250 to 1, so a little bit better than last year. Yeah, I'm just looking there. That's just stupid. We've still got all the established stars still around and Minter in the Dream 11. So the key bits now then is transfer history, and back end of last season we brought in 3 players. So we've signed Gabriel Carvalho. He is a right winger. We signed him from Saudi. He's Brazilian, and he cost us 10.25 million. So he's 19 years old. Doesn't look too bad, and he is our Awatra replacement. Next one in through the door was Libo Puljic. He came in, and we've loaned him out to Stoke. He should, hopefully, fingers crossed, get better. We signed him for 2.6 million, so he's young with bags of potential, so we thought, why not? And then the third player in, as soon as the transfer window opened, was Mirza Katovic, a Serbian defensive midfielder. Again, another one with high potential. So he's come in from Stuttgart for 11.75 million. So 3 players that we'd been tracking the back end of last year. And then apparently we did lots of business in 27. It's just trying to work out which was which, isn't it? That's August 27. I want last year, that's why it's not working. Oh, dear. 26, 27. So no outgoings at that point. So the outgoings, we've sold £121 million worth of players, apparently. First one out the door was Dango Awatra. He went to Al Nasser in Saudi Arabia for 43.5 million. That was our biggest sale. That meant we could spend 32,625,000 in a single transfer. So that was key. We've then sent a number of players out on loan, as you can see, before selling Yao Gomez. He also went to Saudi Arabia, and that was 2 weeks after our initial sale. So yes, we lost Yao Gomez for 34 million. I think that rises a little bit. what have I got that down on my sheet as 42 million overall. So that gave us 31.5 million into our transfer kitty. There are add-ons that kick in, and it should all hit this season. Yuan Gado, we finally got rid of him, 40.5 million. 40.5 million for a superstar, a wonder kid. That gave us 30,375,000 into our transfer kitty. Then it was really tough going. Valentin Carboni, we had to loan out to Leeds. If he plays 5 games, we get 26.5 million. So I've already included the 26.5 million. So that puts 19,875,000. I would be astonished if he doesn't play the 5 games. So that has been included. If it had been more, I might not have done it, but because of that, I've included it. And then the players that we've brought in is Gertruda. He is a right back who can play centre back. So we've brought him primarily for right back. He is also capable of playing left back, but it is the right back position that I've earmarked for him. We've then signed Ansa, a left winger. So it just gives us added competition. It also helps that he's rather good. And at 22, it was a bargain at 11.5 million. So he'll probably take over from Shade. We've then signed Evan Ferguson, and here is the key detail. We spent 32.5 million on him. That's 125,000 under, and it was tough going. Brighton were saying, no, we want 6.5 million on appearances. No, we want 6.5 million on appearances. We want this, we want that. And eventually we got on to agree with a 50% sell on the profit. So it falls under budget. That's all I care about. And then Luca Erline, he's a 20-year-old centre-back / right-back. I've seen that he's got decent crossing and dribbling. So we signed him. I've been tracking him for a while, and fingers crossed he's going to do all right. But because we're kind of stacked in the defensive area, I let him go back to Hoffenheim on loan for this season. So we've spent the 20 million now. That's included in our budgets. And it does mean that we have sold £156,325,000 worth of players. And that includes £325,000 loan fee for Coyote that doesn't feature there at the moment. He's about to leave on loan. It's either 325,000 or 350. That doesn't sound right. We'll have a quick look at Coyote. Coyote, where are you? 325,000 a month. That'll be why. So it should be we'll call it 3.25 million. So Coyote's going out the door. Yanout has gone out the door for £2 million loan fee this year. Demir, £1.5 million loan fee as well. So we've got some loan fees coming in. Both Demir and Yanout have optionals. Like I say, with Carboni, it's 5 games and he becomes a Leeds player. Work permit's already been signed, so that tends to say it's going to happen. And then Coyote is just a straight loan. I couldn't sell him. Nobody wants to buy him. It's very, very frustrating. So it's another year out. It's from now on, I can't play him. It is now out of my control. Obviously, that initial period where he was supposed to sell, but because of his ACL and in recovery, he was never going to sell during that last summer. I did what I did up until January when the window opened. And at that point, it was he has to go. So we loaned him out because nobody wanted to buy him. We've tried all summer. Nobody wanted to buy him. So we've again loaned him out. And we'll try again January. Probably unlikely January because it's on loan for the rest of the season. So obviously, if the club that take him, there's 2 of them in for him, take him and say, yeah, we want to buy him. I'll sell him then for whatever they offer. Or we're back to it again next summer. So totals then, 159,250,000 was our outgoings. That equated to 75% of that is £119,437,500. And our total expenditure Pulic 2.6, Katovic 11.75, Carvalho 10.25, Ansa 11.5, Gertruda 13, Ferguson 32.5, and then Erling 20, left at 101,600,000. So that leaves us 17,837,500 available in the transfer window. Obviously, it hasn't closed just yet, so there might be some more business that happens before the closure here. I'll jump back in January just to make sure any transfers that happen then, we'll get them done and they all fall in with compliance of the rules, and we'll see what happens. Right, I will now sim this season. Fingers crossed. Oh, the one other thing to note, of course, is we've hit one of our end goal achievements of Europe in 5 consecutive seasons. So this is season 1. So we just need to continue to qualify for Europe for the next 4 seasons beyond this. And in that period, we also need to win a Champions League and a Premier League to consider us a successful completion of this challenge. Right, I will sim the season now. And just like that, the season is done. And as you can see there, we have 63 million in the bank. A transfer budget of 121 million. That's going right, isn't it? Oh, if only I could spend 121 million. Alas, I can't. So let's just go straight into transfers. There were a few little transfers done here and there. Are we in? Right, there we go. So Duath went out on loan. Michael Brown was sold for £500,000 apparently. I've not included that at all, couldn't be bothered. And then a number of players went out on loan during the window. So not a great deal happened there, but we did bring in 2 players. We signed Amir Ibragimov from Manchester United. He cost us £7.25 million. And we also signed this guy, Mertcan Ayan, for £5.5 million. So I was just trying to spend the cash. We didn't do any major transfers during that window. We just had some cash left over. It has been confirmed that Carboni is going. He played, last time I looked, he had over 20 games. There he is, 28 games plus 9 off the bench. So, yeah, Carboni has completed those 5 games. So, he is on his way. How about Coyotes? He's played 24 games. He hasn't done brilliantly. So, all in all then, we brought in 157,400,000. That enabled us to have 118,050,000. We've spent 114 million of that, or 114,350,000. So that left us a nice round 3.7 million. So that was there. What we will see is coming up, Carboni, his deal is going to be completed, so we don't need to worry about that. Freddie Potts, we've turned down offers for him. Damsgaard is going out the door for 24 million. So the next transfer budget will have 24 million straight away. And we have signed Love Arhoff for 8.5 million. So we're balancing those 2 out. So we're definitely in the transfer positives for next time. Let's now see our achievements. The FA Cup, it's Newcastle versus Crystal Palace in the final. What a cup that is. Newcastle beat Arsenal and Palace beat Brighton. Oh, Brighton. We lost to Crystal Palace, so we could have lost to the winners. That was in the quarter-final. In the Carabao Cup, we were knocked out in the 4th round. But more importantly, the Champions League. It's Arsenal versus Barcelona, so we didn't make the final. So we haven't won that yet. Arsenal beat Man City, Barca beat Real Madrid, so kept it in-house there. We weren't in the quarters. Were we in the round of 16? We were in the round of 16 where we lost to Liverpool. 6-2 on aggregate, 4-1. So it meant we lost in both of them. We did beat Fenerbahce there in the knockout playoff round, so in the league phase, we finished 13th. Not a bad first campaign, I'd suggest. First time Brentford in Europe. In the Champions League, we finished 13th in the league stage. How did we finish in the league? Have we qualified again? We have indeed. We've finished 4th. So we're qualifying for the Champions League again. That's 2 consecutive years now of European qualification. So we are 2 steps into that 5-step. We need to have 5 consecutive seasons of us being in Europe for an achievement. We also need to win the Premier League and the Champions League, which we are a little way off at the moment, judging by Arsenal at 94 points and us on 76. So the final question then is, who are our 3 top players, I guess? And those 3 top players, Ansar, that's not so good. I liked him. Oh, our left winger, Ilyas Ansar, is on his bike. Next up, no, Cox doesn't count. Erling is on loan, so that doesn't count. Evan Ferguson. Evan bleeping Ferguson, who, as you can see here, scored 27 league goals in 28 starts and 7 sub-appearances. We've got to say goodbye to Evan Ferguson. And the third man we've got to say goodbye to is... No, not Katovic as well. Only just in front of Kelleher. Oh, why didn't you have a really, really bad game? If you had a really bad game and Kelleher had a good game, they'd have swapped around. Kelleher is 29. He's coming to the end of his career with us anyway, I should imagine. I think we do need an upgrade in goal. But yeah, the 3 players then, I'm going to add that straight away to the spreadsheet. They are Ansar, they are Ferguson, and Katovic. All signings from last season, or beginning of this season. That's disappointing. Very, very disappointing. What's even more disappointing is Matthew Cox got 3 games. Wonder when they were. Oh dear. Right, there we have it then. This part 1 done. We'll be back next week with part 2, where I'm going to have to try and sell Coyote. Oh, it's going to be the 3rd consecutive summer where I've got to try and sell him. We'll see if we can sell him. We've got to sell Ferguson. We've got to sell Katovic, and we've got to sell Ansar. So we've got to replace a left winger, striker, and a defensive midfielder. And judging by a few of those wanted, we might have to sell another couple of players as well. Right. Hopefully you've enjoyed all that. We will be back next week where we attempt to get another 3 seasons in Europe. We've got to try and win the Premier League. We've got to try and win the Champions League. And we'll just see how much money we keep racking up. There was one other bit of news before we do go. The club announced last summer that they increased the capacity. So the capacity now is 21,208. Nothing whatsoever to do with me. I didn't ask for it. In actual fact, I don't even know if I can ask for stuff at the moment. I did request facilities to be upgraded. So we can ask to expand it. Let's do it. Let's expand the stadium. Why not? Let's increase junior coaching budget. Can we improve youth recruitment? We'll see what answers I get from that. I'll let you know in the next one. Right. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week. Until then, ta-da.